you are one step away from being truly productive. 2 years ago, I could barely focus. I'd maybe work for 2 hours a day, inconsistent, procrastinating, doubting myself. But now I'm logged in for 7, 8 hours daily, consistently, getting real work done, like building this YouTube channel, my personal brand, for example. And let me tell you, this sole difference is not willpower, it's not some fancy system, and isn't even discipline. It's the way I see the work. It's the paradigm that I live by. And your paradigm, it's nothing but your view on reality. So for example, your paradigm is like the lens you're wearing. If the lens is tinted red, everything you see has a red hue, even if reality isn't even red. But if you change the lens, then the entire world shifts. Not because the world changed, but because your way of seeing it. You've simply acquired a better, more accurate paradigm. That's precisely what I and my clients did to become a lot more productive. So, how do you change the way you see? In other words, how do you change your paradigm? Well, it all starts with awareness. Because here's the thing, you can't change what you can't see. Most people, they're trying to run a new life on top of an old software. They're installing better habits, trying harder, grinding more. But all of it is sitting on top of a broken paradigm. Windows from the 1990s, for example. And it's like trying to build a skyscraper on sand, and then you wonder why it keeps falling down, why you can't be productive and can't achieve your goals. It's your paradigm. You need to become aware that your skyscraper is built on sand so that you can then go ahead and change it. And if you do, you'll be finally able to be productive. Now, let me tell you this short story from my own personal experience that'll make you understand my point way, way better. So, back then, 2 years ago, one of those beliefs that I had was that I'm not able to endure boredom and stick with things. And that belief, that was my identity. And as soon as things, they got bored, as soon as I wasn't motivated anymore, I stopped working and started procrastinating and doubting myself if this is gonna work or not. So in the end, I end up just scrolling through Instagram and watching countless of YouTube videos. And I even remember I was working on my one business venture at the time, which was an agency, and I'd start full of motivation. I really was, I remember it perfectly. I was so goddamn hyped to do this stuff. But as soon as I then did cold email outreach and maybe like sending 50 emails, no one answered. Not a single person. And after maybe 2 weeks of continuing doing this, my motivation was completely gone and I eventually stopped doing it completely. But then I switched up my niche. I thought that'll maybe help. So then I went on and tried again with some new one motivation. But again, after no one answered, then I eventually completely quit this business once and for all. And all I can tell you, and I can tell you for a fact, the reason I didn't get results with that business was solely because of my paradigm that I'm not able to endure boredom and stick with things. I just used to think that that was who I am. Impatient, distracted, not built for consistency. But then one day after another day, filled with distractions, I did some reflecting, some journaling, and I realized that this belief wasn't true at all. I realized that I was just wearing a red lens when in reality that's just a false representation of the world. And it was just part of my paradigm, a lens where I stacked so many experiences over and over again against me until I just believed I can not. So you're one step away from being truly productive, and that step is awareness. Awareness of what your current paradigm looks like. So let me show you this. Let me show you how you can simply get this awareness. So right now, grab a pen and grab a paper and write down your current beliefs in the following areas down. So first category is wealth/work/success. And ask yourself, what do I believe about money? What do I believe about business or making a living? What do I believe about my own ability to succeed? And for example, I wrote down something along the lines of business is hard, boring, and takes a long time. Making videos that perform are difficult. Sticking to one thing is hard. Marketing is boring. I'm terrible at sales and persuading others. Or I even want fast results. So just write that down and then move on to the second category, which is health/discipline/energy management maybe. And ask yourself, what do I believe about my body, energy, habits, and productivity? What do I believe about discipline and self-control? And in this area, what I wrote down was gaining weight is hard. Tracking what I eat is eating up my time. I love eating sweets, chocolate, ice cream, and snacks. Or even procrastinating. Playing video games and eating crap make me feel good. And you just got to understand, and I think I've already made my point pretty clear by now, that you need to have this crystal clear awareness of your current situation, of your current paradigm, of your current beliefs, in order to change them, in order to get better, become more productive. So writing this stuff may hurt. It did for me. I felt guilty at the time of the stuff that I was believing. My ego was pissed off, but that's simply what it takes to become more productive. You need to face the devil. So yeah, and lastly, the last category, write down your current beliefs about relationships, networking, and your confidence. Again, ask yourself, what do I believe about myself socially? What do I assume others think of me? What do I think it takes to be loved, respected, confident, or admired? And what do others have that I don't? And I wrote down, I'm introverted, I don't like people don't like the way I am, I'm scared of what people think of me, my appearance needs to be perfect. These are all beliefs that I had. So yeah, to conclude this video, I can nearly guarantee you, if you do this right now, not tomorrow, if you write this stuff down, you'll be more productive than 90% of other people, because you quite simply got an advantage over them, because you are aware of your beliefs, of your paradigm. And if you have this awareness, and then most importantly, change your beliefs, tip the scale back into your favor again, you'll be so productive and get so much done. It's incredible. I'm speaking from experience. And yeah, if you want to become even more productive, then you can book a free 30-minute coaching call 101 directly with me in the description down below. And that being said, I'm looking forward to seeing you, and peace out.